While living in Rome for a month, we had some time to explore and evaluate things that are actually worth doing in the city. So I want to share with you my top 10 things I would suggest for anyone to do while they're in Rome. Plus, I have a bonus hidden gem in the city you don't want to miss and a tip that will make your trip even better at the end. Starting off my suggestions with the Roman Colosseum. Yes, it is the biggest tourist attraction in Rome and a bit overrated in my opinion, but it is still something you don't want to miss. With that being said, if you're going to go to Rome, get your tickets now for the Colosseum because they sell out so fast. My pro tip for the Colosseum is to get the latest time possible you can. That way you're not fighting with such a big crowd. However, the Colosseum floor does close before everything else, so if your ticket does allow you to go to the Colosseum floor, make sure to go there first and then work your way up. Second, go to the Roman Forum and Palatine Hill. This, to me, is more impressive than the Colosseum. This is where you get to see where the Roman royalty walked and lived their daily lives. There are 7 super sites within the Palatine Hill that you also don't want to miss. You can get a combo ticket that gives you a couple days to visit both the Colosseum and Roman Forum with the Palatine Hill. Just make sure to get your tickets from the official website because there are no price markups there. I will put a link to the official website in the description below. Third, go to the Vatican City. The Vatican City is technically the smallest country in the world and is also home to the Pope. It is a beautiful city and it's super clean. The best part is it is completely free. If you do want to go to the famous St. Peter's Basilica here, try to get there first thing when it opens. That way you can avoid the crowds. We did end up going in the late afternoon and there was still a good sized crowd there. Fourth, while you're in the Vatican City, go to the Vatican Museum and Sistine Chapel. The museum is massive and you need at least 3 hours to get through it. It is home to some of Michelangelo's most famous and impressive work. Just like the Colosseum though, book your tickets now because once again, this sells out fast. Evening tours here are nice because there is less of a crowd, but you can miss out on some of the exhibits due to them closing earlier than the rest of the museum. Fifth is the Trevi Fountain. Again, yes, it's one of the biggest tourist attractions in Rome and it is busy from sunrise to sunset, but it is still a famous landmark and you just can't miss it. Regardless of how big the crowd is, the fountain is still super beautiful, and the best part is the coins that are thrown into the fountain from the tourists actually go to helping the Rome community. Do be careful for pickpocketing though. With the big crowd, it is easy for pickpocketers to go unnoticed. Sixth on the list is go to, or better yet, when you're in Rome, just stay in the Trastevere neighborhood. Now, I can be completely butchering this name, but this area is so lively with great bars, live music, and everything is so walkable. In my opinion, this area has some of the best food and Roman street food that is also very reasonably priced. Seventh is also an area I would suggest staying in or going to frequently called Campo de Fiori. It is a very central location and has lots of Rome's famous restaurants, bars, and nightlife. Even during the day, it is lively with markets in the square from 7 a.m. to 2 p.m. Monday through Saturday. Eight, go see the Spanish Steps. This is another famous tourist landmark in Rome that is heavily crowded but is still worth seeing. When on the steps, make sure not to sit down as that is not allowed. But while in the Spanish Step area, you can go shopping until you get hungry and then go grab budget-friendly homemade pasta and after grab a yummy, delicious tiramisu across the alley. These last 2 suggestions are all about food. The 9th is go get a delicious sandwich at All'Antico Vinaio. Again, I could be completely butchering this name. This place is famous and busy for a reason. The line may be long, but it is worth it and moves really fast. The original location is in Florence, but trust me, they are just as yummy in Rome. My 10th suggestion is get a nice dinner with the Colosseum in view. We went to the Royal Art Cafe and we had an amazing view, great food, and the best part is it wasn't as expensive as some of the other restaurants with a Colosseum view. And the night view of the Colosseum is beautiful. You'll want to make sure you get reservations ahead of time though to make sure you get in. My bonus suggestion is to go to the Ice Bar in Rome. It is honestly one of the most unique experiences and is a hidden gem. You're provided with a coat, and your entrance ticket also includes 2 free drinks. During the summer, this is also a great place to escape the heat. Alright, so my last tip for anyone going to Rome is get the Rixtive app. This app has a free walking tour that takes you all around Rome and some of the most famous landmarks. It also has a free audio tour for inside of those landmarks and museums. And these tours give you so much history and background as you're walking through it or by the landmarks in real time. Thank you so much for watching. As we travel, we vlog and we share all of our travels. So if you want to follow along, make sure to subscribe. And if you found this video helpful or I missed something, please leave a comment below.